All right, Pasquale Cerasoli.
Thank you. And good evening. Change. Change the dollar, or we can change our way of reckoning, thinking. Now, what is going to be the biggest change? The biggest change is that quote in the Bible. When the rich man went to the master and said to him, I would like to enter the kingdom of heaven. And the master said to him, you can, providing you give all your riches to the kingdom of heaven. This man didn't want to, and that's it. Now, what does this really mean? It really means that first, we must be coded on earth, in earth, whichever way you like. And that coding is very painful. It's cutting into us. It's an engravement. But on the other side of the engraving, it would be like looking at a coin. If you look at the tail side, it's engraved. But if you look at the head side, it is a relief. That is, it is pushing out. And that's all that means. This rich man took it literally. It means that when we take our codes and give them to the Father in heaven, then, and only then, can we have peace and freedom and whatever else you like. So that's what that means. Change, give. But people don't want to give. They're holding on to their buck, their dollar. Even though it's disintegrating, they're still holding on to it. It cannot last much longer. For we're in the end times now. Not that the world will come to an end, but the system comes to an end. And what is the system today? 4 seasons, spring, summer, autumn, winter. And when autumn comes, we harvest our labors. And winter comes, whatever is left out there, the trees shed, falls to the ground, and back into the earth, it disintegrates. And then starts all over again. But in the new age, there is no winter. None. Spring, summer, autumn. Spring, summer, autumn. No disintegration. Got it? But you have to give those codes that you have somewhere down here to the Father in heaven. And that's exactly what that means. Now, another word for science is measurement. That's all it is. It's measuring things. And measuring means to keep moving. But in heaven, there are no measurements. For that spirit that comes from our Father in heaven is immeasurable, cannot be measured. Hence, no science. Science gives us problems. You know, they solve one thing and they realize now they got 3 more problems. But in heaven, there are no problems. Now, that doesn't mean to say we go and live in heaven, but we have heaven looking down on us, and the laws of heaven are here with us, and therefore we have peace. But what happened when all this started? People were of the heavenly side. But when that one time the winter came in, and then we start to collapse or fall. And then we were left alone, but yet we became humans instead of man or woman. Human beings. And human beings means half beast and half either man or woman. And it seems that our beastly nature has taken over and doesn't want to go back home again. Home. That sound. When they cross the lakes and say, home, home, come back home. We all should want to go back home, but not as the same as we left it, because we have been warriors. We have been going out there, conquering the elements of nature, and all that conquering we ever did has been coded in us, and all this conquering now has never been before recorded. And we are recording it, or we have recorded it. And now it's up to us to get cleansed out, because if you ever watch a person engraving a name on a stone, and when he is or she is done, what do we have on the ground? A bunch of debris. And that debris leaves us, leaves in with us. And now we have to get rid of it and clean our codes so they will be acceptable to heaven. So you see, this system, when autumn is followed by a winter, is an abnormal system. And how right Newton was. For every action, there is a counteraction. But the scientists don't say that anymore. I say action, reaction. It isn't counteraction, because the whole timetable has been distorted.